Okay, so this is the third and final video I'm going to do, the third fight I want to cover, and I'm doing this. It's Tyson Fury against Steve Cunningham this weekend. It's live on Channel 5 here in the UK. That's a terrestrial TV channel, so you can get it for, well, you pay your TV licence, you don't have to pay anything else, which is a good thing. And let's get into it. Let's waste no time. Tyson Fury is clearly the bigger guy in this. He's a natural heavyweight. Cunningham is pretty much coming up from cruiserweight. Tyson Fury, according to BoxRec, Tyson Fury is 6'9" with an 85-inch reach. Steve Cunningham is only 6'3" with an 82-inch reach. Cunningham's going to have a size disadvantage. I saw them in the face-off. Cunningham looks significantly shorter than Tyson Fury. That's may play a big part in this fight. We'll wait and see. Fury's unbeaten. He's 20 victories, no losses, no draws. 70% knockout ratio, KO ratio. He's a heavyweight. You expect the KO ratios to be quite high. Cunningham, 25 victories, 5 losses, only a 40% KO ratio. So instantly, the thing is with Steve Cunningham, I've always seen him, when he fights in the ring, he looks like a really powerful guy. He's looked like a guy who's got a real pop in his punch. But his record suggests that he's not quite as powerful as that may lead you to believe, which is something that's kind of been swaying me in this fight. You know, I think he can hurt Fury, and I think Fury definitely can hurt him as well. So that's what's made this fight really difficult. And believe it or not, of the 3 fights I've done here, that was the Saul Alvarez Austin Trout fight and the Nathan Cleverly Robin Krasniqi fight. This is the one I found hardest to call. This is the one I've really struggled with, coming to terms with how this will play out. So let's look at Cunningham. Because when this fight was first announced, I thought, a lot of people thought, Cunningham's just a cruiserweight. He's a blown-up cruiserweight. He's only recently moved up to heavyweight. This is just Fury cherry-picking a cruiserweight. My first thoughts were, very dangerous fight. Very dangerous fight. If Cunningham's the underdog in this fight, he's a damn live one. Let me tell you that. Yes, he's lost 5 times, but it's very important to note here something about Cunningham's losses. Number 1, he's never been stopped. This guy's never been stopped. He's been hurt in fights. He's never been stopped, as in stopped and lost via stoppage. He's been down, but he's never been down and out. Okay? Another thing is, apart from his second fight against Juan Pablo Hernandez, he's only ever lost by split decision. So that tells you another thing. He's always in a fight. Okay? Something to bear in mind. Looking forward to this one. Now, yes, there was a technical decision in the first Pablo Hernandez fight because of a cut to Hernandez by headbutt, and he was down on the scorecards, I believe, so that's why Hernandez won the fight. But he's only really ever truly lost most of the time by close split decision. He recently moved up to heavyweight. He fought in his last fight Thomas Adamek. Now Adamek is even smaller than Cunningham, I believe. He's not a big heavyweight at all, so you can't really gauge how Cunningham's going to deal with Tyson Fury's height and his size. Cunningham's not a small guy by any stretch of the imagination, but Fury is going to definitely have the height advantage, as I mentioned. So we don't really have something to gauge it by. We don't have something to say, Cunningham can deal with the height and reach. Cunningham is going to be able to deal with that in this fight. Will it work for him, that height differential? Because when I first thought of this, I thought Steve Cunningham is quite a quick fighter. There's another guy, a really good cruiserweight fighter who I really like, and I believe should be cruiserweight champion right now, because I felt that he beat Juan Pablo Hernandez, and that's Troy Ross. And if you watch him against Hernandez, he's like a Mike Tyson of the cruiserweight division, Troy Ross. He's so explosive, he's like dynamite. And he gets from a low perch position, he just comes up and just belts you with the right hand, or with his power hand. And if you get, he works his way inside, and then he gets leverage on the punches, That's something you would look. If this was Tyson Fury against Troy Ross, I'd really probably be backing Troy Ross by knockout, to be honest with you. Because Ross is a smaller guy, but he can really hurt you. He wobbled Juan Pablo Hernandez in that fight, nearly stopped the guy, and he's like a pocket rocket, pocket dynamo, That's the type of fight you need to look at. Can Steve Cunningham do a similar job in this one? Could he use that size differential to really try and get sort of inside the jab a bit and try and unleash with a full body twist and just clock Tyson Fury and end it, you know. It's going to be difficult because the way Cunningham fights, he's more of a type cautious sort of outside fighter who then looks to pivot and looks to strike straight punches. He's not that type of fighter who I think is going to really... He's going to have to come outside of his comfort zone a bit if he's going to try and get inside. And he is susceptible to getting hurt himself, as Juan Pablo Hernandez showed in their fights. He did put Cunningham down, he hurt Cunningham. And Fury has power, like most heavyweights do, to hurt Cunningham. Let's just move on to Fury now. Fury has shown vast improvement, okay? Sometimes you look at Fury, and let's mention David Price, the other UK heavyweight that has been on everyone's lips the past couple of years. Those two guys. You know, David Price all along has had that technical ability. He's always had that heavyweight jab and followed by the straight right. He's had the clean work, if you like. And that came undone against Tony Thompson, okay? Sometimes it's good for the guy to start off raw. You know, like Fury started, he was really raw. Just a few fights ago, I really didn't rate Fury. I thought, this guy is really raw, he's wild, he's not polished, he's not clean. He doesn't look natural in the ring either. Sometimes he still doesn't look natural in the ring to me. He looks a bit unsteady, looks a bit, you know, strange in there. Like uncomfortable really, under pressure. But he has shown a vast improvement. He's got himself in good shape. If you look at his last fight against Kevin Johnson, he dealt with a difficult fighter. He learned patience in that fight. He learned how to just box to a strong decision. And to use his strengths to his advantage. And not get carried away and end up getting caught. Perhaps like David Price did with Tony Thompson. So, you know, he's got himself in much better shape. He's actually quite quick, Fury. He's got quick hands. He throws good combinations. He's looking now like a real boxer. He's looking like he's got a game together. He's learned his technique. He's learned his craft. He's really coming on as a boxer and as a fighter. And I think if he does a good job against Cunningham here, we're really going to see, you know, Tyson Fury really come of age. Like really show his skills and show what he's grown into as a boxer. And I'm picking Tyson Fury by decision in this fight. Very tentative pick. I think both guys can get hurt. I think both guys could win decisions. As I said, Cunningham is really good at staying in fights. And to make it clear how difficult this decision has been for me, I've actually got money on Cunningham for this fight because I think he's too much of a live underdog not to put the good money on. Because he's really is dangerous for Tyson Fury. He's experienced, he's been in there where the top guys are cruiserweight. He's been in there with some good skilled guys. And he could take this by storm. He could really do a number on Fury. It's just the type of thing we're going to have to wait and see. But I think that I'm backing Fury in this fight. I'm picking him to really be able to keep Cunningham at the end of the jab, to keep this fight at a bit of range, and to really use his speed to try and really throw Cunningham off balance, to throw Cunningham off his game plan a bit. And basically to win a close decision. You know, I think it's going to be close. A couple of rounds maybe in it. I think it'll be close. I don't think it's going to be some sort of wide decision if it goes the distance. I think it's going to be close. But I'm picking Tyson Fury to take it. So I'm backing Fury for this one with Cunningham as a very live underdog. So let me know what you guys think about this fight. Thanks for watching. This is Boxbred and I'm out.